Okay, I have made it completely around my basket. I have gone through between each and every stake one time. So now I'm back to where I started. Here, I'm back at the beginning. So we want to go back into between these two stakes. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to tighten everything up. So I'll pull out my lashing tool and I'm just going to start by going around and tightening it all. And as I go around, I'm going to clip off my zip ties. And then they just get thrown away at this point. We don't use them any longer. But anyway, I want to make sure this is good and tight. This 11/64 it's skinny material, so make sure it stays damp. You don't want it to crack and split on you, otherwise you've got to splice it. Not that splicing's the end of the world, but you know, it's really nice if you don't have to do that. My next zip tie. I think I need sharper scissors. There we go. Okay, lesson learned. I should have used fewer zip ties on this little basket. I should have just kept my clothespins. Oh goodness, that's a tough one. There we go. All right, now I'm also around to where I had overlapped my seagrass. Well, now I know that it's all in the channel where it needs to be, so I'm going to cut my seagrass so that the ends just butt up with one another. Can you see it? It just loops right around and those ends just butt right up. You can't tell where it stops and where it starts. You know, one thing that a lot of basket weavers do on their heavy rims is they will take an X-Acto knife and they will shave down kind of on the inside of this piece of reed and on the outside of the other, and when they shave it down, then it makes it to only one thickness, and that is nice. That is a really nice thing to do for your basket. And I will do that if I have a heavier rim, such as a 1/2 inch flat oval, or especially a 5/8 inch flat oval. Then you've got so much thickness there, you really do need to shave it down. With just the 3/8 inch flat, even though it's heavier, it's not as necessary to shave it down. Be careful with those scissors. Okay, I'm continuing to pull this nice and tight. I have it out of the picture there. Almost back to the beginning. And then once I get to the beginning again, I'm going to go back and go the opposite direction. Now I could stop and say, this was the one time around that I had told you you needed 2.5 times your lashing material. Okay, this is one time around. I could say, I'm going to stop right here, but I want to go back again and do a double lashing. So this was my starting point, and now I've taken it through between the two stakes where I originally started. See, here's the little tail of where I started. Now I just take it and I just go backwards, and I'm going to make the little X right on the top. So it's all good. You have to tighten it before you can start going backwards on your basket. So now we're going the other direction. Again, slip my lashing tool in there, slide down the reed to make sure it's not twisted, and back we go again. And once again, I'm not going to pull it so tight. I don't want to be working with such a long piece of reed. So I'm going to go back between every stake just like I did the first time around. This time I'm just going the other direction. I'm going to pause this again, and I'll be back with y'all in just a minute.